What up, baby? It's your boy, the ATX Tuner, back again with another video. Did you miss me? I missed y'all, man. And I was waiting on today. I wanted to come back with good news, great news, even better than that. The future has arrived, baby. Now let's get into this, man. It is the 2024 National Signing Day, day one. And we're gonna go over each one of these players. Well, we ain't gonna go over them. We ain't gonna break them down like that. But we just gonna let you know who's joining the team, who's joining the community, who is a Sooner now officially. And we knew about a lot of these players. Don't get me wrong, but man, it just feels good to be able to make it official. Because anything could have happened. These players could have signed to anywhere. They had plenty of offers. But they came home, baby. They came to Oklahoma. So let's get into it, man. I'm going to start off with the offense. And early disclaimer, I am going to butcher some names. Mr. Name Butcher himself. I am going to butcher some names. So no disrespect to anybody whose name I butcher. I'm going to learn your name. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to learn your name. But today, it's butcher season. So let's start with the offense, man. And let's start with the I would say the most important, the most needed position. That's that O-line. Cause we went through O-line hell, let's put it that way. But guess what, man? The future's here, the future's bright, and I think we may have reloaded. Don't get me wrong. We're gonna get some transfer players, some more transfer players. But it just feels good to see these players coming here, man. So let's start with the man himself, Eddie Pierre-Louis, or Eddie Pierre-Louis. Depending out here, I'm hearing it pronounced differently, but I actually heard Lewis might be the correct way to pronounce it. 6'3", 320 pounds. Top 25 lineman, top 15 lineman. And by the way, just so y'all know, got the handy dandy notebook out with all this information. By the way, y'all should have told me. I'm gonna need a bigger notebook than this, because I had to squeeze some names on here. But man, Eddie Pierre-Louis, welcome home, man. Eugene Brooks, 6'4", 320 pounds, top 25 lineman. Welcome home. Josh A. Sosa. Aosa. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. You're the first one of the bunch. 6'4", 305 pounds, top 100 player. Man, you see the trend here, right? You see the trend here. We got some big boys coming up here. Daniel Akinkumi, Mr. London Undone himself, 6'5", 310 pounds, top 50 lineman. Welcome home. Isaiah Autry, 6'7". That boy, you gotta look at him like that. 6'7", 300 pounds. Welcome home to Oklahoma. Feels good, man. We got 5 players coming in at the moment. Don't get me wrong, there might be some more players coming through, but at the moment, we got 5 in. We got some coming in the transfer portal. We are gonna be good at the lineman position, man. We are gonna be good, especially with Mr. Bill himself, the best lineman coach in the nation. Come on. These players are gonna develop. They're here for competition. They know that they're gonna have an opportunity with how low this depth is at this position. So again, man, welcome home. I'm not gonna spend too much time on everybody because we got a lot to go through. All right, tight end, another needed position. Don't get me wrong, we got some in the transfer portal too, but this one here is one that we are all excited about. We are all ready to see what the future holds with this man, Mr. Devin Mitchell, 6'4", 245 pounds, top 10 tight end in the nation. Welcome home. Man, We needed you. We needed you. We really needed you. Don't get me wrong. We need everybody on this list, but we really needed you. So thank you. Welcome home. Let's go into the wide receivers. A group that's already stacked. A group that can it get better? I guess it can. Let's start with Ivan Carrion, 6'6", 195 pounds, top 40 wide receiver. Sheesh, that boy big. I ain't gonna lie. That's a big dude right there. That's a big dude. And you know, he coming out of high school, so all of these players are still growing. All of these players haven't even got the Smitty treatment yet. So shall I go on? Let's go. KJ Daniels, 5'10", 150 pounds. Again, that Smitty work gonna get him up there. Speedy guy. You know he's finna get that. He's finna. I'm excited, man. I'm so excited. KJ Daniels, welcome home. Zion Kearney, 6'2", 210 pounds, top 75 wide receiver. Welcome home. Zion Raggins, 5'7", 150 pounds, top 50 wide receiver. Welcome home. Man, let's go. Running backs. And you know how the running back room is going to be. I feel like we're going to see a lot of new things going into the running back room next year. We got Sawchuk, we got Barnes. We got these players. We may have Tyree. We never know. But I guarantee you, over the spring, over the summer, these boys coming in are going to make a name for themselves, and they're going to get a lot of play time next year. The starters that we saw last year might not be the starters we see next year going into the SEC. So let's start with Xavier Robinson. 6'2", 220 pounds, number 51 running back in the nation. Big boy, dog. Can somebody say Ramondre Stevenson? Can somebody say I will say Adrian Peterson. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that you are going to be Adrian Peterson. I'm just talking about playing style. We got somebody who's going to be a headhunter on the offense. It's rare that you see a headhunter on offense. Trust me. We got us one. And then, of course, Mr. Taylor Tatum himself, the number one running back coming out in. Let's go. 5'11", 205 pounds. Dog. Welcome home. We even got us two quarterbacks coming in. Of course, we know Michael Hawkins Jr. He coming in, top 25 quarterback in the nation. And then, I am sorry, Brandon, but I'm about to butcher your last name, buddy. Brandon Zuberg. Ooh, that felt right. Kill me in the comments if it's wrong. 6'3", 185 pounds, number 42 quarterback in the nation. Welcome home. Offense, done. Butchered that. There we go. You heard that. That sound better. Welcome home, offense. Now let's get into this defense. Now don't get me wrong. The defense is something that we are already loaded on. We know the defense returning next year, and it's going to be some dogs going in. So these players are really going to have to earn their playing time. And guess what? They don't expect nothing less because they know that we got some dogs coming back on defense, and they expect to be there. They expect to play. They expect to be the next dogs at Oklahoma. And I don't see too many players sitting. Don't get me wrong. I don't see too many players not getting play time because you know how we like to use them young players. And that's the great thing about BV. If you're good enough to play, you're going to play. And just because you don't play, that don't mean that you're not good enough. That just means you ain't ready right now. Give it time because BV going to get you right. Trust me. So let's start with the safeties. And we got one, of course, Michael Boganowski. He going to be a cheetah because he was a linebacker. Top 40 linebacker, by the way. Moving to the safety position. I think Oklahoma was one of the only teams recruiting him at safety, and he wanted to be a safety. So, welcome home. 6'2", 205 pounds. Dog. We love that cheetah position, man. We love it. BV loves that cheetah position. So, look. Dog right behind me. Rocky, no. But we love that cheetah position. BV loves it. That's who he loves to develop. So I expect Michael Boganowski to be a crazy player coming into next year. And even if he doesn't get the play time that we may expect from him, He is going to be a dog in the future. Trust me. Now let's continue. Mr. Reggie Powers himself. Rocky had a little fall. Mr. Reggie Powers himself, man. 6'1", 200 pounds. Number 25 safety in the nation. These rankings, and all of these rankings I'm getting from 24/7, so, or 247, however you choose to say it. So those are where these rankings are coming from on my end, okay? Welcome home, Reggie Powers. Jaden Hardy, 5'11", 165 pounds. Number 16 safety in the nation. Man, have we missed yet? I don't think there's one player that these coaches did not take the time to really look at their game and say you're fit for Oklahoma. And the rankings are just helping even more. It's just making it look better. That's just put the cherry on top. We know the rankings don't matter in the college. This is based off of high school play. We don't know how y'all gonna perform in college. But guess what? It's just a good look to see these players coming in. Now let's get into Michael Patterson McDonald. 5'10", 175 pounds. Number 75 safety in the nation. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, the grass is greener in Oklahoma. Caden Green. The grass is greener at Oklahoma. Remember that. Now let's get into these DBs. Eli Bowen. We know Big Bro a dog. We know Big Bro a dog. So if you can expect him to be anything like Big Bro, the safeties are going to be nasty. And then to have a DB that's just as nasty, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for these players to be able to prove themselves and show that they are really dogs in the SEC within the next 2 years. Because you know it's going to happen. But welcome home, Eli. Devin Jordan, 5'11", 170 pounds, number 37 or number 34 cornerback in the nation. Welcome home. Another one that I'm going to butcher your last name. I'm sorry. I apologize ahead of time. But Mr. Jeremiah Newcomb. Did I say that right, y'all? That one didn't feel right. It didn't feel right rolling off the tongue. So check me in the comments if I didn't say that right. But 5'11", 175 pounds, number 23 cornerback in the nation. Welcome home. Now y'all know that we've been developing this position. We've been recruiting this position heavy. We got a lot coming in through the transfer portal last year. We got and everybody that we really got from the transfer portal for the most part were dogs. But let's get into these newcomers. Let's get into these young bucks on the D line. Of course, Mr. David Stone himself. Welcome home. Number 2 defensive lineman in the nation, 6'4", 275 pounds. Welcome home. Dog. Dog. Nigel Smith. Dog. 6'5", 260 pounds, number 15 D-line in the nation. And y'all know he really better than that. But we just gonna say that. We just gonna give him his rankings that the 247 gave him. That's what they ranked him as. It is what it is. Welcome home. Jaden Jackson, the most underrated player, and I don't understand how he was so rated. And don't get me wrong, he has a good rating, but he deserves better. 6'2", 300 pounds, number 39 D-line in the nation. And he already got the body. For it. You know that Smitty just going, man, these players, they think they're good now. They coming into Oklahoma with that confidence, as they should. But when Smitty get a hold of them, it's gonna be a different story. These players it's gonna be night and day from who they are today. So I just love the Oklahoma coaching staff. Like BV hit everything on the head. You couldn't have asked for anything better. Wyatt Gilmore, welcome home. Number 64 defensive lineman in the nation, 6'4", 240 pounds. Another one that should be ranked higher than he is. But guess what? Welcome home, because you finna get developed to be a dog even more than you already are. And then, of course, Mr. Daniel Okoye himself. We know he a dog. I mean, what? I mean, 6'4", 241 pounds. Number 10 defensive end in the nation. The defensive line going into the SEC, I'm just going to say 2025 is going to be a problem. Mark my words. I don't have to say this to y'all because we know, we're here. We understand this. But it's going to be an issue for the rest of the nation. High alert. Rocky in the background playing with toys because he happy too. Now let's get into the linebacker, man. We got James Nestor, 6'4", 205 pounds. Number 36 linebacker in the nation. Welcome home. And this is day one. We still got some more coming through. I know I don't want to get into who may sign, who may not sign, because I feel like this long list that I had to squeeze onto my handy dandy notebook is long enough. It's long enough. But I know we got more coming through. I'm going to provide y'all with an update as they come. Y'all, this is what we've been waiting for, man. This is the type of recruiting that we've been missing since Bob Stoops. Hell, I would even say since before Bob Stoops. Not before Bob Stoops, you know what I mean? I don't even remember before Bob Stoops. But I'm saying earlier into the Bob Stoops years, this is the type of recruiting that we saw. But now it just feels so good to see it again. It feels so good to get rid of Lincoln Riley. You see how USC that ship is sinking to the floor of the Pacific Ocean, right on the beautiful coast. Them players don't want to be there no more. Them players they understand that we can't get developed. And guess what? We might get a couple of them coming too. Come on home, baby, because we'll take it. But just wanted to give y'all an update, man. 17 minutes in. I'm happy that y'all are happy. I know that y'all are happy. This is a good day to be an Oklahoma Sooner. At the moment, we got a top 10 recruiting class, of course. What at this point, what do you expect from Oklahoma? You know, like, and that is something that you couldn't always say. Because, you know, when it comes to getting into the top 10 of these recruiting classes and stuff, you need more than just offensive players, man. The defense will really hold the weight when it comes to these recruiting rankings. And, baby, it's here. It's here. It's so great to be in that crimson and cream. Next year is going to be a good year for us, but 2025 is going to be even better. And I can't stress it enough, man. We are built to win a national championship in 2025. Now, I'm not disregarding next year. I'm not disregarding 2024. Obviously, we don't know what can happen. I mean, these players that are here already, on top of the ones coming in, it's a good year to win it all this year. Don't get me wrong. But if we're being realistic, if we're being transparent, 2025 is the year for Oklahoma. Hell, I'll even say 2026, depending on what Jackson Arnold does, you know. But it's a good day, man. It's a good day. My positive message of the day is everything I just read in this good old handy dandy notebook. There's nothing to be sad about. It's a great day to be an Oklahoma Sooner, especially if you're in Austin, Texas like myself. And all these players here, has one thing in common with me, one thing in common with you, the coaching staff, the university, and y'all know exactly what that thing is. It's in all of our DNA. Bye.